What's going on? How you guys doing out there? Listen, I really appreciate you guys pulling up, spending some time with me. If you watched the last run reaction, then you know that I'm doing this new series called Case Study, which is where I kind of like take a deeper dive into the lyrics and try to find out what's the story before the story, and not so much the obvious. I know there's a lot of Van Gogh references and parallels happening with the paintings and such, but I do believe in my heart of hearts that this is deeper than even that. And you know, we'll get into it. On the last one, the bedroom, that was magnificent, and I feel like that proved the point that these need to be case studies. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a reaction, this is a case study. So just if you're following along, I'll be dropping 3. Every time I drop 3, I'll drop 2 to the Patreon and 1 public for the YouTube, so you guys can get like a preview of what we're doing. And if you want to support, come over to the Patreon, and I got a bunch of other Ren reactions on there as well if you're a Ren fan. But other than that, let's get into it. Let's not waste no more time. Very cinematic. I really appreciate that so far. Dope. Hey, I gotta turn this up. Wow. Hey, this isn't the typical. I just want to pause real quick. This isn't the typical I don't know if I can say that, but it doesn't feel like the typical Ren stuff, to be honest with you. And when I say typical, I don't mean like bland. I just mean typical, like what we're used to. This already feels different. Even the angles, and I don't know, it already feels different. I wonder if this is going to be live, like High Ren and a lot of his other ones, Money Game and stuff like that. I wonder if we're going for that right now. Let me run it back a little bit. I just love the cinematic feel that I'm getting from it already. Is Ren kicking ass, or he running things in there? My man got a black eye. That don't mean you lost the fight though. He could be the one. He could be the one they betting on. Let's go. So Act 1, this is, oh man, 8 minutes long. Okay. I was just gonna say, I wonder if this is Act 1 or there's gonna be acts within this one. You know what I mean?
How do I begin? Wait a minute, I know. Step 1, I repent. Step 2, let me go. No, 3, maybe I show you remorse for my crime. Fuck that, let me speak my mind. So allow me to introduce myself to your manifestation of everybody in this room. Ever felt discarded by a system that's regarded to be something for the people, but the people disregarded, it's retarded. Putting all the power in the palms of the heartless. Lions don't care when chewing on carcass. Homeless levels rise and the politicians pardon. Slave labor wage docking pay for the farmers.
Oh, he talking. I gotta run it back just a little bit because I just like what he's saying. Let me run it back from the beginning. All right, I'm gonna try not to do this too much, I promise. That's dude that played Kudo Beatdown, right? That's the Kudo Beatdown dude.
I know. Step 1, I repent. Step 2, let me go. No, 3, maybe I show you remorse for my crime. Fuck that, let me speak my mind. So allow me to introduce myself to your manifestation of everybody in this room. Ever felt discarded by a system that's regarded to be something for the people, but the people disregarded, it's retarded. Putting all the power in the palms of the heartless. Lions don't care when chewing on carcass. Homeless levels rise and the politicians pardon. Slave labor wage docking pay for the farmers. Britain, Great Britain, no, you're a slave. Great Britain, tax bracket rise, grow. Give a tax break for a suit and tie on the low. Well, the everyday people getting fucked till they broke.
Oh my God, somebody call Lin-Manuel right now. Lin-Manuel, do you even know Ren exists? I don't think you do, because if you did know Ren existed, you would have called him by now. Lin-Manuel is special. Lin-Manuel will be able to guide Ren into how to really get into that theatrical bag. I mean, Ren's already an expert, don't get it twisted, but that is nothing to be, like, you don't scoff at that. What Lin-Manuel does, you don't scoff at what Lin-Manuel does, man. Lin-Manuel is a master. Dog, yeah. Alexander Hamilton to even In the Heights. In the Heights is one of my favorite hip hop plays. I'm not a big musical play guy. Like I don't like the other stuff musicals, but like hip hop musicals, yeah. Lin-Manuel and Ren getting together, forget about it, dog. Their writing, oh my God. I can't even stop thinking about it. Oh my God, let's keep going. Shout out to Ren, he's getting in his bag. I love the rapping. I love the rapping and just the internal rhyme schemes. I mean, I can't highlight that enough.
To know you're a slave, Great Britain tax bracket rise grow.
Talk about it.
Tax break for a suit and tie on the low. Well, the everyday people getting fucked till they broke. So let me unload. I'm on the roll. I never vote. Big in the pose. Britain the road. Who to control when there is no food in the bowl? It's a low blow. Representatives don't
Turn
show
it up.
empathy. Plain to see. Represent me. No soccer. Britons break backs just for bread and butter. Fuck the PM. Did they stutter? In the PM, there'll be bodies in the gutter. Blood-stained hands, milk up poor land's udder. 9 to 5, can't survive away just to work in a job that can't provide. It's by design.
Oh, dog, this rhyme scheme is so fire. 9 to 5, dive with the bone with the blinds. I love the I rhyme schemes. And also the accent. The accent it's helping for me anyways. I love his accent. It reminds me when Eminem did accents on Relapse. I hated it when I first heard it. And then when I actually dived into the album, which that is on the Patreon, but I dived into the album and I love the accent. I just love the rhyme bending he's doing. And Ren has a natural accent. So his rhyme bending is even more natural. I love it. I love it. I love it. Run it back just a little bit.
Can't survive away just to work in a job that can't provide. It's by design, my hands are tied. I climb that, on this that. How the fuck can I pretend it's fine? The water is never wine. A pig steps to the slaughter before your eyes. It's for the new world order. Except our minds, court of law, a horse who will bend for bribe. All the while, people watch reality TV, sleep easy, wake and repeat the cycle. Are you taking the Michael? Better beat it up. City full of sheep tweeting on the social media. Tabloid twisting tails and it's causing mass hysteria. Polarize the people, never by the hand that's feeding you. When it comes to war, they'll be calling for you, needing you. Fighting for a cause that wasn't yours, then leaving you.
Wow, that last I can't wait to talk about this.
Hyperpolarizing the left and the right. Are you woke? Are you ready?
They go to homeboy right there, right hand man. He's saying so much. Should I pause it here? I just want this to be like parts. I don't want to stop it.
Is black? Are you white? Are you
Talk about it.
Rising the left and the right. Are you woke? Are you racist? Black? Are you white? Are you all for the Brexit? Make a swift exit. The NHS rots. Where was tax directed? Look, there goes another fucking puppet elected. Dance, little puppet, dance for the neglected. Impunity from true flies come to.
Oh yeah, this is different. This is a different video, bro. This is a different video. He needed to do it this way, though. He needed to do it this way. As far as like, as opposed to like doing the typical lives. I love that stuff too, but he has to have another bag. This is good because this is real cinematic. You feel me? The different angles. He was just up there, now he's up here. He kind of looks like Buddy from excuse me. Kind of looks like what is it? I'm thinking of Ill Mind of Hobson, but that's not what Illest of Our Time. I'm so crazy. Oh, it says Act 2 here. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll probably pause it in a second.
Dance for the neglected. Impunity from true flies come to be expected. Sever head of Hydra, 2 parties resurrected.
That's fire. We're gonna have to tap into that. That's hard. I had to pull the lyrics up with this one. I like this, man. First of all, I just want to talk about just the music itself, not even the words, right? The words we can reflect on in a minute, but I just want to give credence to the music. First of all, very raw, like with the now he just added another element. Beatboxing, it's like he's so hip hop at the end of the day, right? That's why I always say hip hop is Ren's foundation. He's talented he's a musician, he can play instruments, he's an amazing singer, he's an amazing writer, he's a poet. At the top of the pinnacle, I say he's a poet. That's like his main thing. But that's to me, that's connected to rapping. So I started off doing poetry, stand-up poetry, and then that turned into rapping. So anyways, it ain't about me. Ren is amazing, man. He's amazing. I lost my train of thought, but all I know is that the music, the choir, and the natural choir, it's not like I don't want to say it's not polished. Nothing about this is actually polished. Although it's very professional, even the video, the editing, the angles, even that's very raw. It's just the fact that it's so clean that you can see the rawness. So it's not about raw as in fuzzy, raw as in clear. You know what I'm saying? Quality. We're talking about raw quality. And yeah, we got to highlight that. I love that. Even the when he started off with how do I begin? He's kind of talking about like repentance or whatever he mentioned, but he immediately like just rejects performative remorse, which I respect, right? And I feel like that's consistent through Ren's path, and that's important to mention because this isn't like confession for forgiveness. It's, you can call it clarity, or a testimony for clarity, right? So he's kind of positioning himself not as an individual, but just like a composite voice in the midst of all that, and I think he always does that. So that's also very consistent. It's just like a manifestation of just everyone discarded by a system that claims to serve them. He spoke about that. Now we're moving on to Act 2, but in Act 1, that's pretty much the premise of what he was really directing. So like what to me really stands out though is how dehumanization is normalized, and that's like kind of what he's getting to, right? And he's building on it too. Farmers, workers, the homeless. Ren has spoken about homeless and shit like that. I mean, excuse my language. Just it all just it's all reduced to numbers at the end of the day, right? That's the dehumanization part of it. And I feel like we're kind of experiencing that today, even in our culture. He's talking about Brighton and stuff like that. But, in the U.S. is very similar. And, while everyone's getting reduced to numbers, power just consolidates it consolidates upward. You know what I mean? It's like while we're knuckle, they're just building, dog, right on our heads or our shoulders, I should say, right? And that's rage for sure. Like he's showing rage, right? I mean, he hasn't really turned up. I like this tempo actually where he's at right now. But at the end of the day, it's rage, yes, but it's coherent rage. Like we hear what he's saying, even though he's rapping stellar. Ren makes it possible for us to follow along. That's what I really like. That's what I really now I ain't gonna say like, that's what I really respect. That's what most impresses me actually. So this isn't chaos. I wouldn't call this chaos. It's just observation really just sharpened into anger though. And that's some of the most powerful types of messages, because you're gonna drive the conviction with ferocious, fierce things that people respect and somewhat fear, but at the same time there's clarity there. That's why I say it's like a coherent rage. People respect that because people have anger, they resonate, and they want to know how to actually measure their anger and how to display it for people to be respected, not so much to be called crazy. And I feel like Ren he's trying to teach us that, or whoever that may be, right? Whoever needs that kind of guidance. He's kind of, it's subtle, like psychological layers, it's just really just emerging all through this verse, or I don't know what to call it, act, right? So when people feel like, I guess, misrepresented, underrepresented, or just unrepresented, long enough, they stop participating altogether. That's what happens. And that's where the divisiveness, I feel like, comes from. That's why he says, it doesn't vote, or not apathy, but alienation. There's a difference, I feel like. So, and if you notice, just like all the imagery we got in this video, man, through the lyrics, but just like pigs to slaughter, sheep on social media. Buddy picked up his phone or whatever, and just puppet politicians, things, and he points right at himself after he says that. And like these aren't really these aren't random insults. This is not the typical either. This is just what Ren is doing to use as just symbols of compliance. Well, what they consider compliance, which is really just distraction and control. So Act 1 is just Ren saying the sickness didn't start in me, it started around me. You know what I'm saying? So that's that influence. You know what I'm saying? Not so much poetry. He's dropping gems, but not so much poetry. But it does sound like this act, right? It sounds like a person with a mind that's been awake for too long in a world that just prefers to sleep. Ren doesn't fit. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't fit. And he's trying to get you to identify with him so that you can recognize that you also don't fit. So that's the whole, you remember what he did when he said at the show, he said, we will not be complicit. And understand that Ren always talks in unity. So when he stands for something, it's never I. It's always we. You know what I'm saying? Because he is a man of the people, and that's a strong stance to stand on. And he's consistent. He's very consistent. Let's keep it rocking though. I like this a lot. Yeah, this is like I don't know. It's got my juices going more than the first one. No, more than Bedroom. And I love Bedroom. I call that some of his best work, but this is really great too. Let's rewind a little bit of the beatboxing. You got you got the Vince Van Gogh lookalike from earlier in the Tales.
Be expected, sever head of high.
Hold on, run that back a little bit.
Where was tax directed? Look, there goes another
I love this.
Elected. Dance, little puppet dance for the neglected. Impunity from true flies come to be expected. Sever head of Hydra, 2 parties resurrected.
Hip hop. Let's go.
Yes, I am the malevolent, degenerate delegate. Incarcerate the truth, keep it separate. The fabric of society is dead liquor. They don't want me in the room, I'm the elephant. Let's go. I guess I was fucked from the get-go. Wrong place and wrong time, guess so.
This is so raw. It's hard to get over this, honestly. It's hard to get through this because I'm trying to remember everything he's saying so I can like consolidate my thoughts and try to give a proper perspective on it. But I just can't get over the angles, the switching. I love the angles. I love the downward angle. That's my I love the upward angle and the downward angle the most. I don't know why, because I feel like it's more in my face. I also feel like he's done this before and I can't remember when. I can't put my finger on it. Can't remember when. What's this guy's name? I feel like all these people in this video are Ren's friends. we saw his right hand man already, and we saw the Cujo beatdown guy. Who else did we see so far? These might be some new guys in here or not even new. I'm just, you guys know I'm not that versed into Ren's circle. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what's going on here? This guy's inside the cell.
Society is dead liquor. They don't want me in the room. I'm the elephant. Let's go.
I like that bar.
I was fucked from the get-go. Wrong place and wrong time, guess so. Wrong planet, wrong mind. Guess you could say I was destined to break because I get no satisfaction. I roll stoned. ETAs with ET. I phone home.
Bars. Stupid bars. You know what I just thought about? That he wrote this. Think how unorthodox this is. He wrote this with all this in mind, which means that he must have had his phone or the studio, whatever, laid down the foundation of what the rhythm was going to be so that he's capable of writing everything on point. You know, I don't know how he did it, but it's just thinking about that thought process just scrambles my brain. It's giving me a headache actually, because that's how freaking talented he is. I can't describe it. I can't describe his talent. I really can't.
ETC. No satisfaction.
The pig mass is back.
I roll stoned. ETAs with ET. I phone home. ETC. Don't blink, life is gone. Time don't wait. The show must go on. In London underground, come rain and thunder. Junkies, drunks, and punks stung by the hunger. God is good until life push you under. One by one, become cold like the tundra. One by one, cast out like pariah. Sever head from body, so body bow to Messiah. Boy cry wolf, everybody soon expire. Run, little liar.
Oh, I just got chills. Yo, let me tell you, I just got the crazy chills just now. Crazy chills. We're in Act 3 now. Yo, I just got the crazy chills. Wow. It's like a siren drill. You know that chill you get when the siren goes off? You get this chill down your spine. I don't know if you ever felt that, but I used to get that all the time in school whenever they would do like the practice drills or whatever. But wow, that really it was really the first one, not even the collective of everyone. It was really the first one. But yeah, Act 2, okay, a little more of internalizing. He's doing right. He's doing a little more. He's really like rinsing the mind. I would say it's really like the birth of the problem. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to like he's freaking amazing storyteller, man. I can't get over that, man. Ren just adopts the label that society gives him, right? And I'm not saying like what do you say, malevolent, degenerate, delicate. I just like the rhyme schemes. Those dope rhyme schemes. So this is like, but even those words that he chooses to use, right? Even though they all rhyme, they're actually perfect descriptions of just like what identity through accusation looks like. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean about it. Adopting that, you know, just the the labels, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause sometimes you got to do that, right? You got to do that and spit it back in their faces, honestly. So when the system can't silence you, it's just going to reframe you as dangerous. And that's what I mean about the blurred gray line that some of these words carry, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I feel like I'm rethinking things now because of the way he's putting it. He's giving us it's amazing how much he can talk about these topics as much as he does and still give you new perspectives. He is trying his hardest to get you to understand, right? Not even to get you to understand, but to get you to accept you are human. You know what I'm saying? And you're special too. Like I'm jumping the gun. I don't know if that's what he's saying, but psychologically, I feel like this is where alienation becomes isolation. So talking about earlier, the whole ET, phone home or whatever, but I feel like this is where, no pun intended, because I just mean like alienation becoming isolation. Two different things, right? But one comes before the other. It's levels. So he doesn't feel, it's not that he feels misplaced. It's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? With Ren, it's like he feels misborn. You know what I'm saying? That sounds kind of cheesy, but he feels like wrong planet, wrong mind even, you know what I'm saying? Wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's deeper than just being at the wrong place, wrong time. It's like he's on the wrong planet almost, right? And I feel like there's dissociation here because even though he uses a humor to mask despair, that's something a lot of people do who are just trauma survivors. I do that a lot too. I've been through a lot of trauma and I can resonate with that, and he does that sometimes. You know what I mean? Not so much humor on this one, but a few lines you can tell it's more of a cover up, but not like I'm shy, more like I'm afraid to share almost, right? Pretty cool. But the sci-fi reference, ET phone home, I guess he's kind of like, it just signals the displacement. Like he doesn't belong to this species, let alone this city of Brighton, right? So then comes on the most, like, I just feel like quietly devastating line in the song so far. He said, God is good until life push you under. That's deep right there. And you know what? That's not atheism either. As far as like verbiage or language, that's not. That's a crisis of trust. No pun intended. Pun intended, actually. but also like faith just strained by survival almost. Because that's what it starts to feel like after a while. It's like, am I acting or am I reacting? You know what I'm saying? Am I fighting or am I defending? You know what I mean? So I feel like in this act, he did very well. I feel like he really captures how people don't break all at once. You know what I mean? They're pushed. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to it, but ultimately they're pushed, and they're pushed slowly. You know what I'm saying? Underground, man, deep underground, into just complete numbness or addiction and hunger, coldness. People are pushed to these levels, honestly, because nobody willingly goes to these levels. By the end, I feel like the little chant that scared the hell out of me, the run little liar, it feels like society, mocking the very people it created. You know what I mean? Like the nerve almost. And outside of that was a very hip hop verse. Yeah, pretty dope, man. Pretty dope. I'm really digging this. And let's see if it's act 2 and we're only halfway through. So maybe we might have 3 more acts, or maybe one long act. Maybe there's 3 acts, one long one. Yeah, let's keep it going. Run, little liar. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This gonna give me the creeps. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even look at this. Hold on, I know that face. We know that face. That face right there. Shout out Knox Hill, the freaking GOAT of breakdowns. That's hilarious. I like the fact that they're actually friends, you know what I'm saying, or brothers or whatever they consider each other. Like, I do respect that. I do like seeing a rapper really cool with a reactor. You know what I mean? I wonder if they met this way. I don't even know the story, to be honest. I wonder if they met through him reacting to him, or, I know I know Knox Hill spends a lot of time over there. I don't know if he lives over there. I don't know too much about him. So, but he's always doing UK shows. Yeah. Shout out to Knox Hill. I would love to see like a show or something like that. Creepy. Oh, Ren was in there too. Money right there, dog. Money shot, dog. Just, man. Put in the comment section. Let me know who's shooting and editing this thing, man. Please, I need names. Someone told me a while ago before, but I can't remember. This right here, I would love to get a shot. I got a shot somewhat like this for one of my songs that I shot a video for that I'm putting out soon. But it was more modern. It wasn't like this cinematic. This is fire. Wow. He's too good. He's too good. I love that shot right there too, looking down through the cage. Wow. Look at that shot. I'm sorry. I love how he sounds too, but damn, look at that shot. I wonder what that cry represents, man. Can that cry represent something deeper? You know what I mean? That's a cry. It's a wail almost. He's wailing.
There's no democracy. Democracy ain't corporate lobby free for all. Democracy ain't rich boys, silver spoon seniors. Democracy ain't eating up a lie, then forgiving you. Democracy ain't choosing between herpes or chlamydia. Democracy, hypocrisy, a synonym entwined. Take a baby, then deliver him, position him in line, and then imprison him, condition him in schools, make him blind. After they christen him, the Father, Son, the ghost, we're not the mind. We are divine, we lose potential when we gravitate degree. We are benign,
It's not a reaction, it's a case study. It's not a reaction, it's a case study, dog. What is happening right here? Why do I see shadows and not the bodies?
Christen him, the Father, Son, the ghost, we're not the mind. We are divine, we lose potential when we gravitate degree. We are benign, we turn to cancer when we take more than we need. Wow. We are designed to be magnificent, we waste that when we walk. A starry night, the plight of Vincent.
He's explaining. I love how he explains. He makes it so easy to understand. It's like unfathomable talent, but at the same time, his description techniques are for the people, for everyone. He's for everyone. Dude, have you ever just genuinely just loved the person you didn't know? Like, pause. That might sound crazy, but I have this crazy, insanely deep love for this guy. I really do. I do. It's just, I'm blown away. It reminds me when I first heard Eminem and just how I felt, how attracted I was to his music and his skill and his vision and his storytelling abilities. Like, yeah, Ren does the same for me. I love that he's looking at the painting now. It's amazing parallel that he draws. It's like he's been drawing this parallel his whole career, low-key.
When we take more than we need, we are designed to be magnificent. We waste that when
That's
we
a fact.
walk. Starry night, the plight of Vincent inside cell block 44. I fought a war inside myself, the war of every working man. The war of what's and why's and how's, and when's the time to take a stand? And who's the one?
Oh no, this freaking video. Oh my God, this video is amazing.
And how's and when's the time to take a stand? And who's the one to put me in my place? You or is it God? It's compliance, staying silent. If defiance comes from love, I come from love. I come from hope, I come from truth, I come from trust. I am the last remaining push inside a world that turns to dust. Against the people so determined all to die. And for what? Love of power, love of money, love of ego, love of lust. What about love for the sake of love? What about really loving us? But I mean really loving us. That means that I, the me, myself is you, and so we're we in one. And there's never separation while we're moving round the sun. For the cell of every sentient, it shares a single song. And that's the song of sweet creation. Do you hear the minstrel strong? For there's more to music. Life is music, music is the tongue. In the mouth of Mother Earth, and her heart beating is the drum. Hear it, hear it, hear it. That's that thunder in your chest that lets you know that you belong. We are one, we are one, we are free to one song. Something better, yet reset so we can all live on.
No drama show, yeah, no drama show. I'm not trying to be dramatic at all, believe me. He's sometimes too much to take in at once. He's sometimes just an overload of just. This guy is like, I don't know. Oh shoot. I gotta run that back because there was so much happening in the video that was so fire. But at the same time, he's just so gifted, man. He's gifted, man. I wonder if he knows how gifted he is by God. You know, God really loves Ren. And that's why I love Ren so much, because I know I just know God is working through him, you know. And everybody's on their own path, so it is what it is, but God is working through this man. Because Ren is worthy of it. He's worthy to be a vessel.
Sake of love, what about really loving us? Like a Vincent inside cell block 44. I fought a war inside myself, the war
inside of cell block 44. I don't know why that's hitting me so much.
Of every working man, a war of what's and why's and how's, and when's the time to take a stand? And who's the one to put me in my place? You, or is it God? It's compliance, staying silent. If defiance comes from love, I come from love. I come from hope, I come from truth, I come from trust. I am the last remaining push inside a world that turns to dust. Against the people so determined, all to die. And for what? Love of.
How are they even, how many times did they do this? Because think about this for a second. You can't just do this one time, bro. There is too many perfected shots happening right now. You got toilet paper getting thrown everywhere. You got the lighting coming from the top of that cage where he was once standing. You got the people just doing everything correct back there. Nobody's overacting, underacting. They're just doing just good enough for us to focus on Ren, and we can see what's happening in the background. So it's fitting the ambience. Like, everything's super on point. And then when they both get in the middle and they're just staring at each other, like, that comes to, well, I don't even know if they were staring at each other, but they were both like standing still while there was just madness happening. It's just too much money. And by money, I just mean like it's too good, like money shots. It's crazy. It's crazy. And like what Ren is getting to right here is just like powerful, dog.
Our love of money, love of ego, love of lust. What about love for the sake of love?
I love
what
this.
about really loving us? But I mean really loving us.
What is Vince Van Gogh lookalike doing? You know that you could just tell that there's so much to this tales, because like this is every video is unfinished, and by that I mean neither video gives you conclusion on what's happening, what's coming next. You don't know what's around the corner. You don't know, because Ren is not predictable. He's not predictable at all. And you know what? I think he's the most unpredictable art. Him and NF, what NF just did recently, these guys are amazing, bro. With the visuals, with the passion. I want to hear them collab more than anybody. I want Ren and NF to collab more than anybody, even more than Ren and Eminem. I know that's probably like Ren's like dream collaboration, but honestly, him and NF would do damage.
Means that I, the me, myself is you, and so we're we in one. And there's never separation while we're moving round the sun. For the cell of every sentient, it shares a single song. And that's the song of sweet.
And those are the shadows that were just, I wonder if they represent anything bad, I don't think so, but those were the shadows that were creeping upon him as he was standing there. Amazing shots.
Moving round the sun. For the cell of every sentient.
What'd he say?
Means that I, the me, myself is you, and so we're we in one. And there's never separation while we're moving round the sun. For the cell of every sentient, it shares a single song. And that's the song of sweet creation. Do you hear the minstrel strong? For there's more to music. Life is music. Music is the tongue in the mouth of Mother Earth, and her heart beating is the drum. Hear it, hear it, hear it. That's that thunder in your chest that lets you know that you belong. We are one, we are one, we are free to one song. Something better, yet reset so we can all live on.
I've really been enjoying this. My eye is tearing. I think it's just because I haven't closed my eyes in so long, because I've been watching. I'm barely blinking. I don't know. That's my excuse. But I've really been enjoying the electric guitar edition. I know he does the electric guitars when he's performing with the Big Push and stuff, but I'm used to Ren with the classic acoustic. You know what I mean? That's just how I see him. But yeah, I don't know if he's playing this guitar, but I'm just saying, just from the bedroom to now, just the sounds of the electric guitar, I'm really, really enjoying it. This is the most about music we've gotten the whole time, so it's getting pretty upbeat, but it's fitting the script of the visuals that we're witnessing. Amazing shots.
Vincent.
Act 4. Okay, so this got to be the last act. Yeah, it ain't time for any more. That was my favorite one so far, Act 3. I just think the visuals got upped. I wouldn't say the rapping got upped, but the message definitely got upped. Act 2 rapping was really good. Act 3 rapping was still good, but the messaging just got way more real, and it actually got me really emotional, if I'm being honest. So I just feel like Ren just really he brought in. Act 3 was more philosophical, more union or unity. Well, there's a message of unity, not so direct, but I really feel like this is where the Van Gogh parallel really lives, because Ren just dismantled the illusion of just democracy, right? That's what he was talking about in the beginning. I just feel like, but not in a typical way that most people do, not with slogans, not with hatred or nothing like that, just logic, saying not emotions, just logic. And he kind of reframes it as like conditioning, almost line by line. You know what I'm saying? He's from birth to belief, religion, education, politics, you name it. Not inherently evil, but also not inherently evil, but weaponized though, which happens a lot, but not through exclusion. It's kind of like how people weaponize and misuse the Bible. You can't taint the word though. You can't. At the end of the day, the responsibility falls on you on what you use it for. So then comes like the Van Gogh connection. Now we're getting more. I feel like we're getting more clear on there. We're coming closer to some type of conclusion, some type of a resolution, right? But it's not clear yet. I don't know if he's going to clear it out on 4, but I feel like this is critical. A starry night, the plight of Vincent inside cell block 44. That kept. I don't know. I don't know if it's the placement of where the line is at, or just I'm confused about the line. You know what I mean? Like Van Gogh wasn't insane because he was broken necessarily, right? If you know anything about Van Gogh, I don't know too much, but I have read about Van Gogh years ago. But I would say he was broken more so because he saw too much and felt it all. Really aligns with Ren too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Ren is the same way. I feel like he's from that lineage, the sensitive mind that's imprisoned by systems that can't measure depth. That's Ren's like reality almost. I feel like, that's definitely his music, and I feel like his music is his reality. So I have to couple the both whenever I talk about Ren, honestly. But this act, I feel like, really introduces a counterpoint now. A counterpoint to the rage that we got a little bit earlier. You know what I mean? Love really stepped in on this one. Love was like the representation of defiance almost. I really like that. I like the way he puts it too. And I'm not talking about like passive love or anything like that. No, I'm talking about more so, active unity. You know what I'm saying? The idea that separation is the illusion and belonging is biological, or more so rhythmic or something like that. Yeah. The drum metaphor that he got into, first of all, the drum metaphor, I feel like it was alive on Act 1. You know what I mean? Although it was more like feet stomping or whatever, but I just feel like that metaphor, it was like Earth's heartbeat almost. That's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? When he was pounding his chest, I feel like that's what it really started to like. He really started to ground the philosophy back into the body, back into Act 1, where I feel like trauma often just disconnects people from their bodies, right? I feel like I can resonate with that. I feel like I do feel disconnected from my own body when I tap into my trauma. For real, I get outside of myself, and I don't ever feel safe when I do that. But I also don't know if it's wrong. And Ren does the opposite though, which makes me feel like, what is he saying, right? Because he says you feel that thunder because you belong. Dude, this dude's a poet though. I'm not even, this dude is a poet, man. This dude is a poet. This is a man who's musically, through raps or poetry or whatever the case may be, or theatrical presence, he's arguing that empathy is not weakness. It's more so the original intelligence. Because if you think about it, when we're talking politically, a lot of people on the right side, they kind of mark empathy as weakness or not good. You know what I'm saying? We need less of that and more strictness on just faith and stuff like that. And I love how Ren finds a true place in the middle. A lot of people claim to be in the middle, right? But they lean one way or the other. If anything, Ren leans a little more left, if anything. But for the most part, he is middle. When he's aggressive, he's middle. He likes to call both sides out, but not for more separation. He does it in the name of unity, which is ultimately what I respect the most about him. But yeah, let's keep it going. I don't know what else to say about that, honestly.
Vincent.
Who is this nutty buddy? Who's this nutty buddy right here with the wig? I mean, it's Vincent, obviously, but who's Vincent trying to play right now?
Vincent.
Love it.
Vincent. Oh, good, he's waking up. Vincent, dear.
This dude's a real. I was gonna say he's a. Hip hop musicals are acting though, because I was gonna get into a whole acting bag. Because I've been saying this every time, ever since High Ren. I've been saying someone needs to call Ren, not call Ren. I'm not even gonna say that. He can shoot his own movie. They clearly got the talent to do it. They can shoot their own movie, but I just appreciate, like, look at this. He had to do, he must have felt insane when he did this, right? Because he had to talk to himself, literally rap to himself. It's not like when he's in High Ren, just turning his body. Like, no, he has to shoot a whole scene, sitting there acting, reacting to it, probably reacting to nothing. Or maybe he did the crazy guy first, this medical looking doctor guy. Maybe he did that scene first, and then he reacted to it after. I don't know what I'm saying.
Boy, I can feel your frustration, but you're in. Vincent.
Funny.
Oh, good, he's waking up. Vincent, dear boy, I can feel your frustration, but you're in very safe hands here now. Please be patient. You see, we are the cutting edge rehabilitation. Don't you feel so excited for this new innovation? Nah, guards, what the fuck, man? I think I wanna leave. Oh, leave? I'm afraid that that's impossible, see? You see, we're part of a new program. It's a government scheme. We're making gentlemen from criminals, and that's what you'll be. With a brand new method to sort of trials and tests. Like our good God's son, you'll be resurrected. What the fuck you on about? What kind of brand new method? Well, we take the frontal lobe and we kind of dissect it. With your synapse augmented with our new serum injected, it aims to recorrect the parts of you we know are defect. There'll be discomfort in your cerebellum.
Wow, you see how he's trying to diagnose him to be crazy? This guy's like representing like an evil freaking government doctor or something like that. I gotta run it back. He said a lot.
With your synapse augmented with our new serum injected, it aims to recorrect the parts of you we know are defect. There'll be discomfort in your cerebellum, as it's expected. Hey, if progress wants a price, let it. Guards.
What did he just say? Guys.
As it's expected. Hey, if progress wants a price, let it.
If progress wants a prize? No, wants a price or wants a prize? Either one works, but.
Cerebellum, as it's expected. Hey, if progress wants a price, let it.
Yeah, that's a C sound, not a Z sound. So if progress wants, let me let it finish. That's the line of the song right there.
Guards, this one will do. Yes, this one's fine. Take him away.
Oh, I thought something was gonna happen. If progress wants a price, let it. That's very, I don't know about you guys, but brings me back to the inside of my sick boy sweater. This one. Not this one exactly, but I got the blue one, white and blue one. I don't know where it's at. I should have wore it. I'm slacking. I should have wore it today. But yeah. Man, that line just stuck out to me crazy. This might be I just said this on the last song, but this is definitely the best piece of art he's ever done. I love everybody. If you know me, you know I love the Money Game series, and I love, of course, I love Jenny Screech and Violet. I love all that too, but Money Game is my favorite. But this supersedes that. It does. It's way too detailed. It's way too cinematic, and it's more meaningful. Honestly, this is more meaningful. Those other songs was a bit more leaning one way or the other. You know what I mean? This is more clear, unifying at the same time. Compassionate, empathy was a weapon this time, not a weakness. I love that. A lot of God references. No atheism language, so I'm good with that too. But wow, it's amazing. I really feel like Act 4 was more about, I guess, controlled disguised as care, right? With this doctor weirdo guy, right? It's kind of like where the story becomes overtly cinematic now. You know what I'm saying? Like we started off cinematic, but now it's like over the edge. It's kind of like the theme stays grounded though, but it's just the different levels he takes us to, man. And the professor guy, I guess he represents the institutional benevolence. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The kind that, I don't know, he's being all creepy. The kind that smiles while it restrains you. Pretty evil, honestly. But I feel like rehabilitation becomes compliance through these like messages he's showing us, or even healing becomes correction, like the way he was like what he said, look at you at the parts that are defective or something like that, right? Kind of like that, or even I guess identity becomes defect, something like that. It's trying to just diagnose them, which is what they do with us through the media. It's pretty wild. The frontal lobe, this dissection, I thought that was weird. But the frontal lobe isn't just, that dissection isn't just just body horror. It's deeper than that. It's actually a metaphor. I take it as a metaphor. I take it as it's like this is about like removing, I guess, dissent and editing personality even, or just reprogramming deviation. Like the frontal lobe. I mean, I feel like that's the metaphor. But what makes this really, I feel like, chilling is how calm it's delivered though. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude's a little bit of a nutcase, but it's just like this isn't a conversation about opportunity or options. This is control, and it's happening. And I think that's the point though, because I guess the most dangerous control doesn't really shout. You know what I'm saying? It's like the quiet kid in the corner. It just reassures. So I guess when Vincent when he's taken away, I guess there's no resolution. Once again, there's no resolution. It's kind of like the bedroom one. I think that's intentional though. I do. Systems rarely offer closure anyways, and I think he's still representing, he's still telling the story. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get any closure from the system. They only offer containment. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a lot, man. That's Starry Night. Not a protest song. Not a political rant either. Not a political rant. It's Ren's own version of a case study. Honestly, if you ask me, I would say that's a case study of what happens when sensitivity collides with systems built for obedience, and we're not accustomed to it, and we won't be complicit. That's the more important thing. But I wanted to talk about that line that the weirdo professor said. I gotta go back to it. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. I got the lyrics pulled up. Sorry, I gotta use lyrics for these type of deep dives. I need to be able to reference the lyrics when I'm trying to make a point, or else I'll forget. Every time he says something really good, I highlight it so I can come back and talk about it. But I got to go back to where Ren said, forgive me if I butcher this. I'm not sick. This whole thing wasn't on the. I wish my sweater was down here. He said, "I'm not sick. We are sick, right? We're standing on a cliff. We're standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice, right?" That was the quote. The quote to me is, in the name of progress, we jump off the precipice. That's it. But in the song, that was like most of that was. There might be some stuff I'm missing, but that was like, in conclusion, that's what he said. And ending this song like that, I feel like we just got something else, right? Because old buddy says, if progress wants a price, let it. What? That's the same cliff, just from the other side now. I'm not stretching this. One line we can look at as a warning, or is the warning, and the other line is literally the justification. One is the man looking down, saying we're about to lose something human, right? And the other is the system responding like, hey, that's the cost. Push him anyway. Push him anyway. Like, that's what that ending really drove. I don't know if he did that on purpose, because the wordage is the same. That's like the through line. You know what I'm saying? Progress without conscience, or is Ren isn't really he isn't rejecting progress. That's not what he's doing. He's rejecting progress that demands the soul as collateral, which he's always been consistent with, and he's not with that. So Starry Night, I guess progress means compliance, correction, right? But in that earlier line that Ren did, progress means movement so blind that we mistake the momentum as direction. That's walking by faith, not by sight. You know what I'm saying? So it could also be deemed as bad or good, but it's poetry, man. Poetry, dog. Progress isn't evil. We can't definitively say that progress isn't evil, but when it stops asking who gets left behind, like when it stops asking who gets left behind, it stops being progress. That's when it stops being progress, and that's when it starts being fall. And no one's going to be able to paint that in that way like Ren, because he invented that. Literally. I feel like he invented that idea. I don't think anyone has ever spoken towards that idea in such a powerful way that he put so much credence into it. That's the moment where we go, wow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the moment that got me more than anything. That's the moment that really just like, hold on, did he do that on purpose? He had to have done this on purpose. Have to have, because I'm sure he writes his ideas, right? So I'm sure he wrote that and said, I wrote something like this before. But and it's a quote that he puts in all his stuff. So yeah, he's aware of it. Ren is writing for the future, dog. Like, he's writing for the future. He wants these projects to last longer than life itself. You know what I'm saying? He wants for the musical drums, right? I'm just saying because that's like what he was referring to. He wants like the musical drums to beat, longer than our hearts can beat. He's that deep about it. He wants the lyrics to sing louder than the cries of the people who are going to miss him when he's gone, man. Because he's not in the moment. He's ahead of the moment. He is. That's why he's able to come with these ideas, and he's able to bring this to the forefront. It's just another way. It's just another way for him to address this conditioning that we're all going through. We're all being conditioned every day with the media. You know what I'm saying? He needs to get in touch with Lin-Manuel. I'm not joking about that. I don't know if you guys even know who Lin-Manuel is, but you should look him up. I'm sure you guys know what Alexander Hamilton is, that hip hop play. Lin-Manuel wrote every lyric, and that is just so impressive. This whole thing is like an awakening. It's like a battle for where does the truth really lie? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's always Ren's quest. Where does the truth exist? I feel Ren is attempting to explain. I don't know if he's going to do it with this entire series, but I feel like we're on the path of him trying. I feel like he knows the answers, and he's spoon feeding us because he's trying his best, his absolute best, to explain that it's not Republican versus Democrat, it's not conservative versus liberal, or wrong versus right. It's not even good versus evil. It's essentially good or evil, because we can't identify which one is which. It's a damn shame, honestly. Ren really makes us question things that we've always known too. So it's almost to the point where I'm questioning now, because we're doing the parallel with Van Gogh, right? So now Ren's making me question whether or not insane is a bad thing, or even worse, is it genius? You know what I mean? So it reminds me of, it's kind of, I'm gonna show my age, but this reminds me of when Sway once said about Tupac after he died. He said Tupac was so convicted in his words that the passion he displayed made us believe everything he said. In other words, he said, you know the sky is blue. Me and you know the sky is blue. And this is going to sound simple and corny. But Sway said Tupac had the power or the conviction or the passion to persuade you and make you believe that the sky is green. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds simple, but I feel like in a more modern way, Ren is doing the same. He's making us rethink what we've all known to be true our whole lives. But the search for truth, actually, I believe, it lies within you. So what we all know is what we've all been told, essentially. And not to make this biblical, right? But you guys know where I stand. But I'm going to drive it back home to Ren and why I'm saying this. But I believe that the greatest source for truth is whoever or whatever holds the most consistent evidence. That's my stance. So more of a theological standpoint, the gospel, right? The New Testament, for example. The New Testament has some of the most undeniable evidence, honestly, if you've ever looked into it. I know that for the most part, we've always been told that it's been changed. There's different versions, that it's been corrupted. The most popular one is that it contradicts itself, right? Now, whether or not any of that is true, right? Whether or not it is true, first you have to do as a person, you must first admit that even those descriptions is something you were told. We got to get that. We got to get past that part, right? Because if the truth lies within you, then that means that you got to go dig in the research for yourself. You know, you got to lay your eyes on what is claimed to be evidence of Christ and his deity, right? And I feel like it is then where your hearts will be filled with love, and it'd be the love he always intended for us. And the reason why I say that to say this, I'm saying that because I've never, ever encountered, I don't even want to say an artist. I just never encountered a person like Ren, who I wholeheartedly believe truly wants the best for all humanity. I do believe that. And I believe this why? I believe this because the evidence of Ren's path and life points to it. And for now, that's all the evidence I need.